I'll keep it short, try to keep the plane on the ground. I just wanted to reiterate to Parker County, the fire department, I can't speak a lot of the past with the fire department, but I can speak current. We have a great working relationship with Parker County and Tarrant County. I've spoke to George Conley. I've spoke to George T. Several times actually. They're good mentors, and they help guide us. We've worked toward, we started going to compensated volunteers. What that means is you have EMS people, there's no delay on them coming to the station. I encourage everybody to open the doors up to your county because that's where it starts. And obviously there's sometimes politics in the way and such forth. And one of the things I can't undo is the 20 years of things that have happened in the past, but I can move forward. One good thing about us is when I came in a little over a year and a half ago, I had a blind eye to it because I wasn't a part of it. But the county is, we've had our ups and downs, and don't get me wrong, they had a little bit of resistance when it first happened, but I don't have any issues. I can call on any one of them. I can call on any surrounding department, they're coming, help's coming, and there's no question about it. So I'm very thankful for the county. I'm very thankful for Station 51, Station 48, and all the brothers and sisters that come and help us every time we call them, and we come when they call us. So we do definitely need to get out of we need to work on those relationships, and you're always going to have certain people in which you can't, they don't want to work with you or budge or whatever the case may be. But as I've grown and come along, I realized that county and relationships and networking relationships are very important. And if you don't establish and maintain relationships and you work with each other instead of taking on a stand that's my way or the highway, you're not ever going to get anywhere. So, compromise and go on down the road, and you'll be a stronger force. Thank you. You have a good evening.
Thank you. Vicki Phillips, is she still here? Vicki? Okay. Ms. Phillips, you have 3 minutes. We'll stop when you stop.
Council members, citizens, I want to let you know that I cannot vote in your town, and I do pay attention to the politics. I do own a business and property here. Even though I cannot vote for you or be part of that, I did sit on the ad hoc committee for the City of Reno for a little while until with Randy Martin. So I do care about this city. I care about the citizens here. I care about trying to help bring in revenue. I care about each and every one of you sitting on this council. But one thing that I will not tolerate as a business owner and a property owner is John Basham driving by my property and giving me the middle finger with his wife when they were putting out a sign on the little boathouse property. I do not think that that's very appropriate to do. I am very politically involved. I do pay attention to what goes on, like I told you. I did run for office. But I don't think that that's something that should happen within any city. And if you're going to sit here and represent a city, you need to be able to represent the businesses as well. Thank you.
Mayor, just let me add that Ms. Phillips did file an information with the police department regarding her allegation regarding Councilman Basham. Next speaker is Amy Smithers.
Are you skipping Zach? Is he not speaking? Are you skipping Zach? Is he not speaking?
I'm sorry.
Are you skipping Zach? Is he not speaking?
No, Mr. Stokes signed in
He was
on a different line, on the last line, to be the last speaker. He signed in, and I've already asterisked next to his name.
That's fine. I was just making sure you didn't skip
He's line
anybody.
27.
Sorry. I said his name before. Hi, my name is Amy Smithers.
Amy, why don't you turn around on the other side and talk into the mic?
microphone away.
Well, I did want to say something to Billy first. I wanted to apologize about putting my sign on your uncle's or cousin's property. When I looked up every documentation I found, when he came to the city and got a plaque, there wasn't anything that said that was his property. It said school zone. So when I went and asked the office and I called Springtown ISD, they said I could put there. So I did not put that there intentionally to say, I can do whatever I want, I'm gonna put my sign there. It was, I followed the steps from documentation wise to put it there. So I didn't do it intentionally on purpose. On another note, the biggest thing that's been going around lately is that it's a big conflict of interest for me running since my husband's fire chief. I can't campaign. They were campaigning. I can't campaign. I called George Conley this morning and I spoke to him at 9 a.m. and I asked him, is it a conflict of interest for me to run for city council if my husband's a fire chief? And he said, he talked to Bonnie this weekend and told her no. But Bonnie was telling people this weekend that it was a conflict of interest and that Parker County even said that it was a conflict of interest, and it's not. I'm only on the auxiliary, so I'm not on the board. So any funding or anything that goes on with the fire department, I have no say-so, no part. I'm there. I change air packs when the firefighters need it. I bring them water. That's my job. As far as money goes, I have nothing to do with it. The slander that's going around, I hate that that's what's going on, but I'm trying to keep it down to a minimum. I'm trying to defend myself where I need to and where I don't. But for the most part, I just wanted to let y'all know that I really am running for the City of Reno. I am a caring citizen of the City of Reno. My kids go here. My kids are going to grow up here. And I just want this to be a better place and not so much hostility.
Thank you, ma'am. Zach Stokes?
I spoke with the superintendent of the schools today, and he called me back, and he said it's not the practice of the schools to put political signs on their property, and that he spoke with the school, and I need to know, I would like to know who you
Miss
spoke
Young
with.
and Darlene.
Okay,
Darlene's in the
well-
admin building and Miss Young is in the office.
The secretary and the principal said they gave no permission, and the school, the ISD said they gave no permission.
Well, we can pull
So,
up video.
that's fine.
Because I did ask. Yeah.
That's fine. But they don't do that, and the reason I was forced to have to look into that because of all the problems and all the emails on the situation.
Well, hers was if there are other signs over there, then she said she has no problem with me doing it. So you can go talk to Miss Young in the office, I'll even go with you if you like.
That's fine.
But I'm not a liar, and I'm not gonna try to
I've never,
beat around the bush.
I've never
It's kind of
taken
what
you
you're-
for one.
Kind of how you're making me out to be right
Well,
now. So
I will
did
apologize
ask.
to you, I'm just telling you what I had to investigate.
Okay, well, I did ask, and I do have paperwork showing, even from the city, I have paperwork showing that is school, Springtown ISD property. There's nowhere in it that shows that it is her property, or her cousins or uncles or whoever it is. So I didn't maliciously, intentionally put it there to say, ha, I can do whatever I want. I put it there because it's a great spot. That's why their signs are there, right? It's a great spot. So,
Mr. Stokes, are you ready? Your 3 minutes starts now, sir.
Okay, well, I'm going to address one thing that Ms. Smithers said a while ago and the other young man. I totally agree that we do not need to be all this vicious name-calling, backbiting, and fighting. But the thing is, I have seen the black and white postcard that has been put out against Mrs. Steele. The lies, the vicious, slanderous
no, that's
things.
what she voted on. Those are the
No,
votes.
I am talking about the yellow and black card that you put
I
out.
don't have a yellow and black card.
Well, are you not the one? Well, then who did put out the yellow and black card slandering and libeling Miss Steele?
Nobody has a yellow and black cards.
How do you-
Pardon me?
Nobody has a yellow and black.
Have you got yours with you, Bonnie?
Mr. Stokes, you need to be addressing the council.
Right. Well, the thing of it is, I agree, we don't need this, we don't need all the lies and the slander, but we've got a couple of people here that are running for office that do like to libel, slander, and lie. And I'm sick of it. My wife has been intimidated, threatened, and everything else in the world. She's been called a lot of things, and I'm gonna tell you what, the person that's doing it, he knows who he is. He's the one that put out the yellow and black card, and he is the most despicable human being I've ever seen. And after the...
All right, let's not get-
No, I'm
come
getting
on.
personal. And after last month's meeting, when I listened to his wife stand up and give her John Wayne speech, but she did forget to mention the fact that she was afraid that she went and stayed someplace else. She forgot to mention that he said, please open your mouth so I can, to you. And the name that he called her, I don't even like the lady, and I would
Zach,
never call her those
please.
things. I'm done.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shelley Swift?
That's enough, folks.
You have 3 minutes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
On another note,
Thank you.
I see a lot of people out here that I have seen through the years, and there's 2 people up here in particular that I've been knowing for, I think, as long as I've lived here. Some people longer than I've lived here. If some of y'all out there knew what it was like over 20 years ago, in the little building across the street, with the city council and with the mayors, you would see how far this has actually come. There's a lot of mess going on that's uncalled for, unnecessary. These people have come a long way in the last 20 years. I remember one person that's sitting up there right now in particular saying, if I was ever on that city council, I would listen to what the citizens wanted, and I would vote accordingly to what the majority of the citizens wanted. Tonight is the first time that I saw, I don't even live over there, I don't care about the RV park. Everybody up here at least acted like they listened to all the people that had something to say. Their comments had something to do with the people that were talking. That never happened before. There was one person up here, I know, sat right there and said, if I was on city council, I would listen. That person can't vote now, but they still listen. So when we're bickering back and forth, remember, we have come a long way from where we were. There's still room for improvement with our city council and with our mayor. There's room for improvements. But all the hatefulness is going to take us right back to where we were. We come too far. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter indicated to me that he would like to speak at this time. Okay, that's our last speaker, ma'am. We're done.
Thank you. That's it for the night, folks. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yay.
Motion made by Ken to